A fantastic future. The best minds in business and science create ideal companion wives who don't cause scandals, are always friendly and happy. The project is called Wifelike. The women are no different from ordinary life companions, except that they work on an android. William, a police detective and companion protector at the same time. His task is to rescue the virtual women, as there has been a growing unrest of disgruntled citizens gathering in factions under the leadership of the arena master. The man himself is recently widowed, and finally he decides to use the agency and buy a robotic wife. She is made a complete replica of Meredith, William's dead wife, so when the guy comes to get his soulmate, he recalls his first meeting with his wife, who came to his house collecting signatures for a petition to ban artificial humans. William brings his wife to his house and, seating her on the couch, starts her up. The man calmly and affectionately explains to Meredith that she has her own home around her, explaining how to walk and talk, after which the couple goes into the bedroom. William has to spend a decent amount of time activating the hot settings. Finally, all the features are connected and Meredith switches into bed mode. At the end of the process, William asks the robot to stay to sleep with him, but Meredith goes to her room as her husband has completely drained her battery and she urgently needs to recharge. But the girl does not go straight to recharge, first going through William's wife's personal belongings found in the dresser drawer, and then standing by the window for a while longer, watching the natural phenomena. William awaits a delicious breakfast from his neat and smiling wife, which is marred only by the fact that the girl refuses to cook bacon for her boyfriend cause of security settings. Just at the time of the snack, another report was shown on television about kidnapped girl companions who are taken by members of a group to be used later in their diversions. At work, William gets the task of finding 2 missing girls, and at the same time he is celebrated as the best catcher of the week. Second goes a friend of a cop, Jack, who has also been living with a virtual wife for a long time. William finds one of the kidnapped women and despite the team goes off on his own to rescue her, ridding the girl of her shock collar. Jack arrives at William's house, but the guy has already dealt with the captor himself by this time, saying that he resisted. Meredith goes to recharge again and enters sleep mode, where the virtual dream operator sends her to a birthday gala. There, the girl meets different people and sees a masked man who hands her a business card with a red bird drawn on it. The guy doesn't have time to explain anything to the android as William approaches her. Meredith opens the menu and finds her hobbies. After looking through the options, she asks the program to add knitting, after which the girl knits a pillow with the same bird as was drawn on the card. The girl decides to go for a bike ride and meets a strange, gruff woman in the woods who keeps telling her that she has to remember something. When she returns home, she tells her husband what happened, but William says he doesn't understand who she's talking about, thinking it's just an abused woman who has been replaced by a companion, and after healing the abrasions on the girl's knees, he goes to shower with her. Meredith gives her husband the pillow she knitted during the day, and it impresses the man greatly, but he wonders about the android's talent, for his living wife has never knitted. The guy tells Meredith about their first meeting, on a park bench, when he asked permission to sit down next to her, but the blonde refused him. In the evenings, Meredith reads her original's personal diary, but she can't remember anything described there. Going into sleep mode, she asks the operator to show her these memories, but the files turn out to be blocked. The database contains a memory of a meeting on a bench, but instead of William, a masked man approaches the girl and asks her to remember something important. But at this point William wakes his wife and she is unable to find out how the meeting ended. The man takes his wife to his bed, and he takes the pillow he gave her into the street trash. After waiting for her husband to fall asleep, Meredith searches the program for videos of Meredith's life in which she is very happy with William in a tent in the countryside. William gets a new assignment to find Lisa Miller. The cop finds her working as a secretary and posing herself as a regular person. The guy tells the girl that he has to take her to a company where she will be rewired, but Lisa does not agree to such a life and goes out the window. At William's house, while he is at work, Louise, the woman from the park, appears again. She asks the android to look closely at her so that she can record a message for the owner of the house through the program. In this message, the woman talks about some Keen, who is waiting to meet Meredith. The company launches a new project, the perfect child who will never grow up. William scrutinizes the advertisement and then goes to meet the virtual center. The guy reports Lisa's actions and worries that the other companions will be able to make decisions independent of their masters. But the center refuses to fix the problem. Upon returning home, William sees that his wife has tied him another pillow with a bird, which begins to bother him, especially after he learns of Louise's visit. Jack is spending time with his companion when William calls him and is horrified to report that they came to his house. William learns that he was handed a note and it becomes clear that his wife suspects him of something. The guy has to confess to the girl that he erased her memories because she was involved in attacks on civilians that ended in death. William begins to speculate that Keen is watching him through Meredith, which he informs Jack of. The boy asks a friend to help him track Keen through Meredith's dreams. The man goes into the dream with his wife and as he expects they meet the guy there, this time without the mask. A serious scuffle ensues between the men, but Keen manages to survive as Meredith wakes up in time. Jack reminds his friend that they can't interfere and engage in physical fight even in their sleep, but the distraught William does not listen to his friend and promises to finish off Keen next time. William tells his wife that she will pass a procedure to remove her memories tomorrow, and even when the woman begs him not to, the cop does not agree, saying that he is not willing to risk it. The girl is led into a room where a couple of dozen others like her are waiting their turn. According to one of the roommates, Meredith realizes that she has been in the same situation many times before, and each time she has been introduced to girls. Oya shares with the blonde a way to hold on to memories and not forget who you really are. But she asks Meredith to keep it all a secret, or they won't be able to help the arena master fight against Wifelike project anymore. Meredith learns that she has taken Oya's advice before, which means that somewhere inside she has old memories that William hasn't found. The girls lie down on the floor to try to recreate them. Louise comes to Jack's house and gives his companion a flash drive that contains dirt on William. William himself brings Meredith home again, and everything starts all over again. The girl also sits on the couch, unable to walk or talk. The moment William tells the girl that he is her husband, Jack enters the room and refutes it. It turns out that Meredith was never the wife of a cop. Once seeing the pretty girl, William so wanted to own her that he took her from Keen, taking his life, but the guy managed to use his beloved's memories to appear in her dreams. Jack asks his friend and colleague to give up nicely and write a clean confession, but William does not agree to that, so he takes out his buddy right in front of his wife without a doubt. Meredith also manages to recover her memories and she sees the night William arrested her and her fiancé and then takes her to his house, leaving Keen's body on the ground. At his mansion, he put a shock collar on his captive and tried to tame her alive for a while. When it became clear that it would be impossible to melt the girl's heart, the cop took a small pillow with an embroidered red bird and got rid of the unruly lover, deciding to create himself her electronic prototype. William thinks that the blonde should be grateful to him for his new life, but Meredith has a different opinion on the matter. She enters her settings and raises the level of physical strength to the maximum. The girl spares no expense to her abuser, stretching the unpleasant experience for him. When William is totally beaten, she picks up a pillow with a red bird made with her own hands. Meredith is transported in her memories to one of her past recoveries and it turns out that she and Louise have been fighting against the cop together for years. The woman comes up with the idea of using Keen's image one last time, hoping that it will allow Meredith to not forget everything that happened. Louise gives her friend the ring that was in her fiancé's pocket and that he was preparing to give to his girlfriend. Meredith also recalls meeting her on a park bench and an evening in a tent in the countryside. It wasn't William who was there with her the whole time. That was Keen. The arena master comes up on stage and cheers the crowd on with his speech, full of hope that the companions have rights like any human. It turns out that the master of the arena is Meredith, who organized the confrontation and who is preparing for the arrival of the digital William, who was created at Wifelike. Friends, thanks for watching. Write in the comments below your thoughts about this movie. And please don't forget to support us by liking and subscribing.